Howdy, friends, and welcome to The Average J. Merry Christmas, everybody. God bless us, everyone. It is Tuesday, and it is actually Tuesday. We're actually doing this on a Tuesday. Joan had said, yeah, I know it is early, but Joan had indicated about, the mystique of the Tuesday tag, of doing it days before. Well, Michelle and I have had just, a ton going on, since the holiday. So it actually is Tuesday morning when we're filming this. So,
and the questions are kind of new to us.
Yes, and we really just kind of looked at the questions about 5 minutes ago. But yesterday I was up on duty at the base. I was off for my civilian job. I did still have a call I had to call into, but I was up at the base. I had to take my PT test, my annual PT test. I passed it. Woohoo! Yay! So I don't have to do that for another year. But I will say, on Sunday, I was doing some work to the coop. And I was wearing a pair of work shoes that I haven't worn in a long time, and I kind of rolled my foot, and I hurt my foot. So I was doing the PT test on a her foot. I've been limping since Sunday afternoon. So, but we're gonna go ahead and get through this tag. We were tagged by Joan at Joan's Pointed Plate. Mm-hmm. Thank you so much, Joni. We really do appreciate it. And I also want to say, I don't know if I said it before, but we did say about Joni's cookies. Joni had made, her pizzelles. And they were gone in like 2 days. Everybody loved those things. They were so good. So shout out to her for that as well. Mm-hmm. So this is a Christmas recap Tuesday tag. So we'll jump right in. Number one, what was your best material gift that you received this Christmas? So for me, I'm going to say two. One was, everybody knows I'm a chicken enthusiast. I love my chickens. And so my son Alex got me a calendar. It's a 12-month wall calendar that's chickens, so every month is a different chicken picture, and I love that. Mm-hmm. The other thing, and this is also for my office, is my coaster. I had a coaster that I'd always put my coffee on, and it broke. So I had been kind of grumbling and rumbling that I needed a new coaster, and I kind of held off on getting it, hoping that somebody would do something coaster-wise for Christmas. And sure enough, my daughter Brittany, came through, and she actually hand crocheted me a coaster, and I love it. I love it. It kind of just barely comes up around the bottom when you set the cup on it, so it's like a hug. So,
yes, yeah.
So what's your favorite material gift?
Well, it was a pretty low-key Christmas, not a big one. So I would definitely say the gifts from the kids. Alex is very good about giving us calendars, and I got the 50th anniversary Disney calendar. So usually I get the Thomas Kincaid one, but this one is a little special, 50th. And Brittany got me my favorite perfume. So
there we go.
Love it.
So it worked out nice.
Yeah.
Number two, what Christmas tradition did you follow this year? None. I was sick. I got my COVID booster just before Christmas. So I was kind of, I wouldn't say laid up. It wasn't as bad as when I got my second shot back in April. Then I hit like 103 fever, and I literally couldn't get out of bed. This was like a fever over 100 and bad headache and joint aches. Oh, the joint pain was terrible. But so that prevented us from doing almost everything this holiday. So, so it's my fault, not her fault. So her answer is the same as mine. Number three, did you have a real or artificial tree?
Oh, artificial. I think our last Tuesday tag, we were sitting in front of it.
Yeah.
But we've had a few live ones
when we first got married, they were all live.
And then one year we actually got a tree that once we were done with it in the house for Christmas decorated, we planted it outside.
That lasted about 2 years outside. Michelle's like, I hate that tree. Please cut it down. So I did.
Yeah, we did.
I felt bad. I hated doing that after all the work. But
I think it was where it was in the yard. I think it was where we put it. We tried to put it like in an original spot where there was
a blue spruce used to be there. Yeah.
It just didn't work.
No. All right. When do you plan on taking decorations down?
Okay, so we talked about it a little bit. I had originally thought maybe after we get back from Stephanie's, but I think with the cats and the dog and everybody, I think it's best to get it down before we go.
So we leave on Friday morning at whatever time, 4 o'clock in the morning. So Michelle has until 4 o'clock in the morning on Friday to get them down.
Well, I have tomorrow off.
Yes,
That's
you're
probably,
off from work tomorrow.
so that's probably when I'll do it.
Have you ever regifted a gift?
No.
Nope. Have you
Nope.
ever received a regifted item?
I don't believe so.
Yeah,
so,
neither do
no.
I. Everything seems,
Yeah.
very unique. Well, unless you count money.
Yeah.
You get it from the bank. It's been used.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. If you could relive any past Christmas, how old are you and what made it so special? All right. So I'll say when I got my desk as a kid, when you get your own desk, instead of having to do your homework at the table, you feel so special and you feel grown up. And I had that desk. We were still married, after I got married. I think I was like maybe 9, 10 when I got that desk. I couldn't tell you exactly, but it was a nice big desk with 7 drawers. I mean, it was the real deal. And so I really enjoyed that.
I've actually had some really awesome Christmases. I can't really pick a special childhood one because they were all really good. Got everything we wanted and then some, and it was just awesome good time feelings. The ones that stick in your mind are the ones where you're sick or family member has been
like the
my
Christmas
dad.
that me, you and Stephanie were all sick.
Right,
Yeah,
yeah, we
your
talked
dad has
about
been in the
that.
hospital. He's been in the
Yeah,
hospital for a
this
week.
year. So
Missed Christmas.
Yeah.
I don't know. Ugh.
So
Well, I lost my questions here. All right. Michelle was kind enough to let me borrow her little pink phone to do the questions. If you could have been a character in any Christmas movie you watched, who would you be? I'm going to say George Bailey, It's a Wonderful Life.
Hello, Bedford Falls! Merry Christmas!
On Christmas, I did watch It's a Wonderful Life, and I love what he does. He helps the people that can't help themselves.
Yeah.
And I always try to think that that's me. No, I'm not bragging by saying that. I'm just saying that's who I would like to be. Who I would like to be, so.
Well, I'm going to go with the mom in A Christmas Story. She's always, calming the hubby down and always the last one to eat at the kitchen table. Everybody else is getting settled and then here I come.
That's right. Michelle, hey, I know you were just getting ready to sit down. Can you give me the hot sauce,
Right.
and she'll do that. That's a good one.
A napkin, a fork.
Yep. Number 9, what is your least favorite Christmas song? I can't stand that one by George Michael. That last Christmas. I hate that song. It's so.
I thought you were going to say the one by Mariah Carey.
That's overplayed, but I don't hate
Okay.
it. So, but the George Michael one, I just.
Last Christmas, I gave you my heart.
It's depressing. It's about like somebody breaking up with somebody, and this year I'm gonna find somebody else. It's stupid.
Okay, all right.
So, what's your
Well,
least favorite?
I do like most of them. I would say I don't really skip over any, but I think the silliest one would be the Dominic the Donkey one.
Jingity jing, it's Dominic the donkey.
Hee-haw, hee-haw.
Right? It's kind of silly, but
It is kind of silly.
And Grandma got run over by a reindeer.
Yeah.
I did hear that on the radio this year, and I'm
Yeah.
like,
So
can I just
stupid.
fast
Change
forward
it.
a little bit? But I listened to it.
It's a classic. Did you celebrate on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, or both? So we really didn't celebrate this year so much as just kind of make it through. The only things we did, if you wanted to say, did we do anything? It wasn't like normal Christmas because the kids opened their gifts on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
So you can say we celebrated on Christmas Eve, but again, I was sick.
And that was the first.
Yeah.
I don't think we've ever done that.
No. And then Christmas Day, we didn't do anything except for, you visited your dad in the
Yeah,
hospital.
hospital.
I drove you over there. You went and visited your dad.
Double masked it.
Yeah. And then we went to my sister's for dinner, and we didn't even stay long because I had a raging headache.
And I think your knee. I think at that
Oh,
point,
my
your
knees were hurting so bad.
knees and shins
I thought I was
were
going to have to
good.
go to the hospital. My legs hurt so bad, but anyway. But I mean, we made it through. So if you had to say, okay, we celebrated on both, but
Right.
for minutes at a time.
Mhm.
And lastly, who or what made this Christmas memorable? Well, it hasn't really quite happened yet, but I mean, as far as the most memorable, I will say it's going to be the first time in 6 years that we see all of the kids within the Christmas to New Year holiday week. Because last year we drove out to California and saw Stephanie, but it was like a week and a half before Christmas. It wasn't really the holiday. So we saw Brittany and Alex on Christmas, and we'll see Stephanie on New Year. So within the same period, we will. I mean, but that's just my answer. You could say what it makes this Christmas memorable for you.
I don't know. I don't think it was.
It's one you want to forget.
Yeah, I kind of do. You know, with Dad being in the hospital and nobody got together except for your family.
Yeah.
You know, none of my family got together.
No.
No. Which is
Oh.
sad.
You know what made this Christmas a little bit memorable? I will say Heather's cookies.
Yes.
So
oh my
I
God,
talked
if
about
Heather watches. Oh my
Yeah.
God, I hope she does.
I talked about Joan's cookies, and that was
Yeah.
one specific cookie, the
Right.
Pizzelles. Our neighbor across the street, Heather, made us a
Yeah.
Christmas cookie platter,
Mm-hmm.
that had a dozen different types of cookies in
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. I mean, bar none. Like Michelle's Aunt Tina and my mom both,
Yeah.
are good bakers that make, great cookies all the time. And everybody always raves about them. These cookies that we had, bar none, were the
That's
best
good.
overall cookies we've
Yeah.
ever had.
I'm 52 years old. I've had my fair share of cookies, which I'm really not a Christmas cookie person.
No.
I could skip it or whatever, but yeah, you know how a lot of times you'll get a cookie platter and then all the cookies taste the same, like like either a Snickerdoodle or a Pizzelle or whatever. But no, these all still had their own taste.
Maintain
and
their own flavor.
They look and
Oh, and it looked gorgeous.
Yeah.
It was an amazing
Heather,
rectangle tray.
kudos.
Yeah, amazing rectangle tray. And the way they were laid out was,
yeah.
I mean, it was beautiful.
Yeah.
So that will be remembered. I'll remember
Okay.
that
Yeah,
for
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
So.
And our neighbors were very generous.
All of our
with us.
neighbors were very
Yeah.
generous,
Oh my
so,
gosh.
although they must think we drink a lot or something because, we got, bottles of
We
wine
did
all
get
over.
two bottles
So
of wine,
I do
yeah.
like the bottle that Jerry gave us because
Yeah.
that, had
It's a
that
beautiful bottle.
beautiful bottle. And
Beautiful.
the one that Mr. and Mrs. Valhas gave us was, beautiful as well.
Yeah,
So
white
we got,
wine.
so we have a red and a white,
Mhm.
and the Ganals they gave us,
Yeah.
like a plethora of,
Hot chocolate mugs and a few little things and
So our neighbors were really nice to us this
the
year. So we're
Tassies-
very blessed. Oh, the
Tassie's
Tassies.
gave
Oh,
us homemade
homemade-
fettuccine.
yeah. So, that's another nice thing about, when you live next to good old fashioned Italian folks, is you get things like that. She brought over a huge thing of homemade fettuccine that
Wait.
was just so good.
Really good. That's what we ate Christmas Eve.
Yeah, that was what
Christmas
we
Eve
made for
dinner. We were
Christmas
going
Eve
to have
dinner.
roast beef sandwiches,
Yeah.
but we had that instead.
Yeah. And then the next day we went to Sheila's for dinner. So we didn't even wind up getting that roast beef sandwiches
Yeah,
until
Sunday.
Sunday. So, oh my
They were
goodness.
good, though.
They were good. But that's going to be it for now. And next week, it's going to be special. I hope everybody tunes in next week because you'll get to see my daughter, Stephanie. We're going to have Stephanie do the tag with us next week if we're tagged by Joan.
Yeah.
But we're going to get Stephanie involved and hopefully Josh too, our
Yeah,
son-in-law
we'll see.
Josh.
We'll see. I mean, we haven't
Have little
asked
Gavin
yet.
running around. So
That'd be fun. And the dogs.
and the
Oh my
dogs,
God.
yeah, it's going to be a house.
Yeah.
But thank you very much for watching. Like, subscribe, hit the notifications, and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.